Hey guys, today is day 315 of the challenge. So there's a couple things I kind of wanted to mention today. So first off, today was the day where I was going to have my webinars, and I actually did do all three webinars back to back to back. So I think I ended up mentioning this yesterday in yesterday's video that I didn't actually have anyone to register. So there was this huge part of me this morning when it was getting near to that time when the first webinar was going to start. And I was like, you know what? What's the point of even doing this? And then I kind of was just sitting there and thinking about it. And I was like, you know what? This is not a failure. This is a learning experience, and I can take it as such and take advantage of the fact, hey, I have this time. I already prepared. Why not go ahead and act as if people are there on the webinar? And so I did just that. So I did play, and even once when I did the first one, it was awesome in the sense that, hey, I was proud of myself. I got it done. But at the same time, there was this part of me that was like, well, why do the other two? But I kept doing them. And mostly I did it because, number one, it was a challenge to do it, especially back to back to back. But also I realized, like, this is a learning experience for me, and I need to take it as such and capitalize off of it as well. So even though no one registered, it told me a couple different things. Number one, I did something wrong in how I did the ad, because I did notice that there was, I think, 123 people who actually clicked on the link, but for whatever reason, nobody signed up to the webinars. So there's a disconnect between clicking on that link and actually setting up the webinar or having them register for the webinar. So I got to figure that out. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to have someone actually take a look at it and see where I went wrong, so that way I can improve the next time. But, I think there's this part of me that's kind of like, dang, this kind of sucks, like, it's not what I was expecting. I definitely was expecting to actually be able to present to people, but I think also it allowed me to do a number of different things. Number one, prepare. So there was issues when I was going through the presentation. I realized, hey, I had some typos in the presentation, so that's stuff that needed to be changed. I realized that, hey, I didn't have a proper background, although the background was fine, but maybe that's something that needs to be adjusted. And now I have video of how that went. And then also, realistically, I'm not counting this as a failure. Failure only occurs when you quit, and I have no intentions on quitting. I will not quit. This is just a stepping stone for me to get better and improve, and I'm taking it as such. And, I think a lot of times whenever we're doing something new or different that we're not used to, it's easy for us to be like, you know what, I failed. But, when we think about the fact that it took Thomas Edison thousands of times to create the light bulb, he kept going, and he knew it was possible. He kept going until he figured it out, and eventually he did. And I'm seeing it in the same situation. Even Kobe Bryant, he was a terrible basketball player in the beginning when he first started playing, but he consistently tried and put in a lot of effort, and now he's known as one of the best basketball players out there. And so situations like that, and so it had me kind of thinking about those situations, and the fact that I can take this as a learning experience and just learn from it. So I definitely learned a lot. I learned that, number one, I need to have a better process from start to finish, because like I said, there is definitely a disconnect there. And then also, just don't quit. So, I mean, I don't know. We're all of us are on a different journey. And if you are on a journey, achieving some great things in life, just keep going. No matter what it is, just keep going. Take the time to embrace those so-called losses, and don't see it as a loss. See it as a learning experience and learn from it, and then do better the next time. That's the way I'm taking it anyway. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. This is my journey to business and entrepreneurship. I will see you guys tomorrow.